Today's such an exciting day. So I am working this morning and I just have a few meetings that I need to get through this morning, but then my sister and I are going on holiday. Well, not my sister and I, my whole family and I are going on holiday. But I'm traveling up with my sister today. We're going to stay overnight. We're getting a ferry in the morning and then we're driving to our villa in France. So very, very exciting news. I also found out that I passed my exam. So your girl has a diploma in marketing now. And I also got a pay rise today. I'm sorry, what's going on? Like, July payday hit, going on holiday. My birthday's on Sunday, probably the day that you're watching this video. Actually, I'm gonna edit this on the ferry when I get there, because before I leave, I'm gonna do a quick garden tour of what the garden looks like before we go on holiday. I've done nothing to it in a couple of weeks because I've been so busy with work. My dad is going to look after the cats and the garden when I'm away, so I'm glad that they're in safe hands because the cats literally killed me yesterday. When I was packing, they just got into my suitcase and just lay there, and I was like, I really don't want to leave you because why would I ever want to leave them? But it's my birthday on Sunday, so I'm sad that I won't be seeing them, but I also am spending it with my whole entire family. Obviously not my dad because my parents divorced, but yeah, very, very exciting. I've left the garden in a bit of a shambles, to be honest. So the tomatoes need pruning, everything needs deadheading. There may be some courgettes and some cucumbers, I don't even know. The peppers are looking okay. I'm gonna just show you everything because we've got a lot of growth going on, which is very exciting. But yeah, it just really needs some taming. I've just finished work, so I'm gonna go outside and show you everything, and maybe if I have time, because my sister is always late, I may be able to do some pruning and deadhead some of the flowers and stuff. We'll see. I don't know what's in store, but I'm very excited, and I think I'm gonna try also and vlog the family holiday if I remember. I'm not very good at vlogging everyday life. I've tried it a couple of times and I just forget. So I'm going to try my very best because I think it would be so cute to just look back on. And the ferry journey home is like 4 hours, as is the one there. So I'm hoping to just use that time as editing time. But yeah, we'll see. I'm very, very excited today though. It's such a good day and yeah, I just can't wait. So let's go and see what's happening in the garden, and then I need to get a wiggle on. This garden tour is a very realistic one because I've just had to drown those seedlings because shock horror. I forgot about them, so they're all looking a bit worse for wear, but fingers crossed they'll be fine whilst I'm away. But yeah, anyway, these are all of my autumn seeds and everything, so I can maybe do a video on that when I get back from holiday, but that's everything that's going to go to the allotment. But down here I've just got my sad looking bay tree because I haven't been watering it, so I just gave it some. I've been so bad at watering the garden, I can't lie, ever since we had rain this week. Yeah, this week, after it was dry for so long. But everything in the ground is doing fine. It's just the pots, and I've just kind of like given up with pots, which is not great because half my garden is pots, but I've just decided next year we're not going to be doing that. But that's fine. So we've got the sage, which is, it's fine. It's fine. The parsley's picked up though, so that's good, because this was really looking sad for such a long time. The mint is not loving life. I think it might also be because this is a very shaded area, like it always stays shaded. The rosemary's doing fine, but yeah, some of it is just not loving life. But again, being 100% honest, I'm just leaving it because there's a lot going on down there. I've got this irrigation pipe that my mum brought back for me, and I think I'm going to take this to the allotment as well, but obviously not done anything with that yet as well. And this is a random propagator lid left from that, so ugly and gross. Compost as well. So that's the not very aesthetic area. The rose was doing okay, like these are still very pretty, but again, I don't think it's loving life in the pot or also being in the shade, but I'm going to put that in the ground next year. But I think I'm also going to do a separate video on like my plans for the garden for next year because I'm going to get some chickens, I think. So I obviously need to rethink this whole thing and now that I've got the allotment I can do all like the veggies there. So I think that's the plan moving forwards. These look stunning. They've really bounced back because they did not love the heat. These are all dying as well, but I'm going to save these seeds. I saved a bunch from the pink one that I had out the front of the house, and these are so pretty as well. I love these. These are not doing as bad from the heat, considering that they're kind of in the shade for the majority of the day. The trees, again, are not loving life, just because it's been like what's the word I'm looking for? Unusually hot, basically. Like, look at the pear tree, it's literally crisped up. But they're doing okay considering they're still alive, so that's pretty good. And then the calendula are like all drying up now, so I'm gonna save these seeds. I've literally given my dad strict instructions to save these seeds once they fully dry up so that I can keep them for next year. Oh, and maybe these cornflower seeds as well, Dad, for when you watch this, thank you. It just crisped up so much in the heat, but what can you do? Some things die. Oh, this is still looking pretty good, actually. I do love that one. But yeah, I'm gonna very quickly skim over the pots and stuff because the exciting stuff is actually in the ground over there. Oh, but I did pick up a lemon tree and a lime tree from Aldi, I think it was, yeah, Aldi, because they were £20 each, and each of them have little limes and lemons on them already. Like, look at that one. And I've got these pots, I picked them up from Facebook. I got all three for £20, and they obviously look like clay terracotta, but they are actually plastic, so they're super light and easy to move around, so I can bring them inside during the winter, and then bring them outside in the summer. The echinacea looks really good. I planted a bunch of chives down here, and they're looking good. I don't know where that plane is. Then I've got some sugar snap peas in here, and also some very random beetroots, because I tried to sow beetroot in this ages and ages ago and none of them came up, so I just gave up and put some peas in there which have been chomped, but now they are popping up. Also, I thought that these were echinacea. They were labelled echinacea at the garden centre, but they're obviously not, which is kind of sad because I was really excited for those, but I don't know what they are, so you can let me know. Oh, there's another pea here, but it's got a hole in it, I think. I really have not been on top of picking any of these. It's actually been so bad, but they're very yummy. They're sugar snap peas. Then in here, this is actually very exciting, which I noticed this just as I came out earlier. These are the black beans that I planted from the supermarket, and they're actually starting to get pods on now. The nasturtium is looking a bit better. It's a bit, you know, but that's fine. And then that one there as well. So I'm very excited to see how that works. They're doing pretty good for being in the pots, to be honest. The herbs are actually looking really good in here, which I'm happy about because, again, they looked so sad when I first planted them into these pots out of the tiered planter. Oh, look at that little moth. Quite pretty. But yeah, and then random spinach again, because I planted this whole thing out with spinach. None of it grew, so I decided to put some herbs in, and then I've got random spinach and beetroot popping up everywhere, and that's a parsnip, I think. Is it? I might be lying. Anyway, they look really, really good, so I'm very happy with those. I really need to get into the habit of picking them and drying them out. I think I want to get a dehydrator. I really want a freeze dryer because all of the American gardeners have them, but tell me why they're like thousands of pounds. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. So yeah, that's gonna have to wait. The peppers are looking good. Someone tell me, this is a sweet banana pepper. I don't know if I'm supposed to pick this as it is now. I feel like, is that ripe? I was expecting it to go like orange, but I actually think I should probably pick that. I should Google it after I finish filming this because I could pick it and take it on holiday. I've got some like courgettes and cucumbers and stuff that I'm gonna take. I've got a little pet spider. This pepper plant is looking so good, but we've got no peppers on it yet. But like, this is the strongest looking pepper plant I have. And that one looks really good. And then this one is another sweet banana pepper. That one's massive, to be fair. And then we're getting another baby one. That's another sweet banana pepper. The basil in here is actually doing much better. It's actually finally bushing up a bit. I did take one of these plants and put them inside, which is not doing as good. But again, my kitchen window doesn't get much sunlight, so that's probably the deal with that one. These ones, again, these have come back nicely. Some of them were not looking too hot, but this is a habanero. Oh no, Scotch bonnet. This one, and so is that one, I think, but nothing on that one yet. Oh, this one's getting lots of babies. Oh, how cute. That one's a red Marsoni, and then this one is red Marsoni as well. That one I was very excited for, so I think when we get back, I'm hoping that that's going to be red. And then these are habaneros at the back, but, well, that one actually, I think the other one died, but that one looks sad. And then this back here is the cannellini bean, which I think is just about to flower, but also very exciting. Then the peppers over here are looking good as well. These are jalapenos, sweet banana pepper, and then look how many is on this one. Well, there's 3, but that's pretty good from a plant that size, to be honest. And then we've got one more on this one. So very happy with these. This looks very sad. We've got 1 cucumber on there, but I kind of stopped watering this because I didn't love the cucumber. I got 2 off it so far, and I just didn't love it. It was kind of just not very nice as far as cucumbers grow, like as far as cucumbers go, not grow, or I suppose they do. Yeah, it just was not my favourite, so obviously I've neglected that plant. But yeah, I have a lot more success with the cucumber that's in the ground over there, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, just not loving that, so I think that could maybe die. But over here, this lettuce is obviously way past its sell-by date, and I just need to rip that out. So as I was saying, this is all courgettes in here, and I literally, the pathway is just covered. I can't really get in there. I need to just stick my hand in and show you, but I can't even see if there's, oh my gosh, so spiky. Can't even see if there are any down there that need to be picked, to be honest. Maybe my dad will be able to find some when he comes to have a look. I don't think there are any. I did pick some like the other day. This is actually just 2 plants that have like taken over everything, and then I have got some smaller, like I've got a baby one here and then a baby one right at the very back in there. But yeah, they're just being shaded out and everything. Oh, there's a mini one down here. This variety here, which is called Tondo, is like very buttery, I found, but very, very yummy. And then, aside from all the courgettes, here we've got some tomatoes. I think these ones are pyramid tomatoes. But look how many we've got. There's so many in here. But I've just not gotten around. Like, look at that one. That one looks so good. I've just not gotten around to pruning these in like 2.5, 3 weeks maybe. And I mean, you can tell. But to be honest, there are so many tomatoes that like, I'm not too concerned. Dad's gonna prune them for me if he gets a chance. But I'm happy with the fruit that's on them. So like, it's fine if not. Quickly show you here, I've got some radish which I've not picked, and some of them are going to seed. I should have picked some, but Dad will probably take some of those next week. Oh my gosh, these you can tell I've been neglecting. More sweet peas, not sweet peas, sugar snap peas. Yeah, I just don't think they love being in the pots, which is like understandable, to be honest. But yeah, what can you do, I guess? But they're very yummy. And then the blueberry bushes and the raspberry plants are doing pretty good. Then they have not got much fruit on them because it's their first year. But I have had a few blueberries, and there's some on here as well. I don't think we've had any on this one this year yet. The rhubarb went oh, you can't really see because it's so sunny. It's literally like 1 o'clock at the moment. The rhubarb almost died in the heat. It was doing so well. And then everything died back because it just got dried out too much, but it's coming back strong. And then finally on this raspberry plant, we've got our very first raspberries, which is so exciting because this raspberry plant, all of the canes died back apart from literally this one singular cane. And we've finally got some fruit on there, which is very exciting because my other raspberry plant died from the garden centre that I got this year. And I only got 2 because I already had one already. But then that one wasn't producing any fruit, although I'm happy to report now that it is actually setting some fruit, which is exciting. This is the blackcurrant. Again, I got a whole 2 blackcurrants from this in its first year, but it's kind of stopped now. But I don't think it's very happy in the pot anymore, or I maybe need to feed it something, but I'm honestly very bad at fertilizing things because I just forget, and I'm honestly a bit lazy with it. This is beetroot, I think, in here. Tell me why I've got so many clusters and then just like nothing here. Unsure, but it's making its way. The strawberries are very much done now. Again, I've not watered them. I'm honestly failing as a gardener at the moment, but this is the reality of my life at the moment because it's just been busy. So I'm just like letting it do its thing, basically, with what is in the ground and praying for the rest of it, because Lord knows it needs it. But yeah, so much fruit setting on this golden raspberry plant, which I'm very happy about because and a ladybird continuously like given fruit throughout the year, not just in one go. But I don't have the label because I can't remember what variety it is. But anyway, it's producing, so it must just be like an autumn variety, but I had sworn that we'd always gotten fruit from it. But anyway, it's coming back, so that's great. And then these are 2 tomatoes, purple calabash. They are putting on some fruit. These were the strongest plants, which I think I mentioned in the last video. These were the strongest tomato plants I had, but I think because they're in the pots, they're just not loving life. I thought that they would be better here because this area gets more sunlight, but actually I think they dry out too much because these ones are thriving way more, and they were much smaller when they went in the ground. So lesson learned for next year, but I'm gonna plant all of the tomatoes and peppers and stuff in a polytunnel at the allotment next year, so we won't be doing this. I'm not going to give too much away about my future garden plans because I think I need to make a whole video about what I'm going to do with everything, but I'm basically going to change everything because God forbid I stick at something for more than a year. But yeah, relatively happy with these, very happy with the raspberries. This is a bag full of horse poo that my sister brought back from the yard for me for the allotment, and it's just been sat here for over a week now because I've not done anything with it, not been to the allotment or done any amount of gardening really, just because work's been crazy, but that is life. This area is looking so good, and very first corn tassel, I don't even know what you call this, corn silks. When I've shaken this, no pollen. Oh, the pollen's coming off today. I'm gonna have to ask my dad to shake that for me when I'm away. Basically, this came out obviously first, and I've been shaking it every day, thinking that nothing's coming off, but I just saw a bunch of pollen come off it. So hopefully, maybe when we get back from holiday, we'll have corn. How exciting. This is the variety called Fiesta, and it's literally so colourful, so I'm very excited to see that. And then in around the bottom we've got a bunch of green beans, and the star of the show is the butternut squash, which is literally starts somewhere in there, and I've kind of trailed it around here because it's getting massive and it needs some space to grow.
but there is a fruit way in there, but I don't want to tread on any of this soil because I did actually plant this with lettuce, carrots and various other things, which you'll see some of them, like some of the carrots along there have popped up, some of the radish along there has popped up, but then some of the others are not, but that's okay. It was a very like last minute decision, but that's all fine. But look, it's not my first sunflower actually, it's the second one. The first one, I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, just right at the back there. Let me come around here to show you. Okay, my phone just got too hot again, so I had to stop filming for a second. So I'll try and make this quick because I've only got 15% left on my phone. But this is the sunflower. I think that one's called Autumn Beauty. I did mix them all up, but that was the first one and it was at the back, so it was very small when it flowered, but that one's so pretty, and it's got a lot of other heads on as well that are coming out as well, which is very exciting. This is a cucumber, so is that one, but they were so tricky to keep these nice and watered during the heat that I just gave up again. That's a common theme of this video today, is that I've just given up with some of the plants, but it was honestly fighting a losing battle with these, so I've just left them for now. Obviously not going to do that next year, but yeah. Sad cucumber, happy cucumber down here. There's actually two, so this one in here is called White Wonder, and I've not had any from this one yet. I think we've just got the two babies on there because this one is quite small. But this one at the back is a Market More, and we've had two decent sized ones, oops, off that. But as you can see, we've got, I've just zoomed in so much. We've got another one here, and some more down there as well, so that's very exciting. And yeah, I had two decent sized ones off that one, so that's good. Then in here again, just so many tomatoes. These, what are these? I can't remember. Principe Borghese. It's not focusing, but these are the ones I got off the guy from Facebook, and there's, yeah, so many on here, so I'm very happy with all of these. Again, there's just, they've literally exploded, and I'm like, what do I do with that? I don't even know. Again, and all of these as well. I think these are, actually I'm not sure what these ones are, and I don't know where the label is. These are either San Marzano or Big Pink, or like Big Mama or something like that, but they're like gorgeous. Some more down here, like there's so many, but they're all green. None of them started ripening yet, probably because the sun can't get to them because there's just an explosion down here. But excellent, like they look amazing. What does not look amazing is the cabbage, because they've literally been eaten to like their bones. It's actually insane. There's been so many cabbage moths and cabbage flies, but as soon as I saw that they started eating them, I just left them because I was like, they're very pretty, the cats like them, and as in the cats like the butterflies, not the eaten plants, and they were like way too far gone, so I've just left them as food for the butterflies, because they like eating them. And I've planted some more in the seeds over there, so I'll grow them at the allotment for over the autumn time and into winter, so that will be fine. They're just happy being caterpillar and butterfly food. There's a really sad looking Mange too down there, which I've definitely neglected. I did leave a pod on there to dry and it looks like it's doing its thing, so I'll probably just leave that and save that as seed, I think. But the kale that's actually underneath all that, like all of the courgette leaves over there, has also been eaten alive, but that's fine because we've got the main thing that I wanted out of the garden this year, which was basically 1 million tomatoes. This was the main goal because I really wanted to like grow enough so that I could like make pasta sauce and stuff, and maybe like can some tomatoes, and we're definitely going to have enough to do that. So that was the main goal of the garden, and it's definitely done what it needed to. But yeah, so obsessed. And like those ones back there, I don't know if you can see them, they're massive. I think these are pyramid ones. So yeah, very, very happy with these. This is spinach, those are carrots. Those have literally been this size for about 4 months. I'm not even joking. They hate being in a pot, but I also can't get them to grow in the ground. It's because I don't water them enough, really is what it is. But I've neglected them. Oh, see what I mean? The cats like to chase them. They've never caught one though because they're too quick for the cats, but they find it interesting. What was I saying? Oh, the carrots. So yeah, just not having any luck with those, but I need to try, well actually no, I did try it where you put the plank of wood down and that worked. Those are in a bed with the tomatoes, so they're just covered up at the moment. But that worked really well, so I'll do that next year, except like when I do a whole bed of carrots or something, and just really focus on trying to keep those watered, I think. And then lastly down here we've just got some thyme in this planter, and then in this one got some spring onions, which these, again, I planted these about 4 months ago, but ever since I moved them into this section of the garden instead of down there where it's basically in the shade all day long, they're actually getting a lot bigger and bulbing up, so very, very happy with those. Hopefully some of those will be ready when we get back, but that is the garden for today. So I'm going away for, it'll be 8 days by the time I get back, but it will be nighttime when I get back, so technically 9 days of being away. So I'm very excited to see what has changed and what is changing. I'm very excited for this bed in particular, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that we've got some tomatoes going ripe at least, because I've been waiting very patiently, but we'll see. But just like the growth, I keep treading on things and my Birkenstocks keep making horrible noises when I'm walking, but honestly, like the growth in here is insane. It is literally like a jungle at the moment, and the like organizing freak inside of me is like hating it, but also like this is crazy. Like I grew all of this, like everything in here was from seed that I started, apart from the tomatoes from Facebook and a cucumber. I bought a couple of cucumbers. Actually, the cucumbers that I bought from the guy from Facebook were the ones that I've killed in the hanging basket. So that one that's doing well was the one that I grew. So I'm very, very happy with everything, and I'm just excited to put everything into practice again next year, I think, at the allotment, and just seeing how it all changes. Oh, I also forgot to say there is some random beans down here as well. I've just been like throwing things. You can tell that the vibe has very much been like chuck things everywhere and just make sure that things try and survive as much as they can. But like, look how good they look, those tomatoes. They really are loving life. I'm very happy about it. Very happy about it. And so is Ophelia, and your brother is actually being sensible and sitting in the shade. So are you, but you're always sensible, aren't you? Oh, you look like such a cat. You're so cat-sized now. It was their first birthday. Running away. It was their first birthday on like last Thursday, a week ago. But yeah, they like being outside. You're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm actually obsessed with them. I can't believe that I have to leave them for a whole week. I can't even think about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.